Just washed and dried my hair and it's relatively fluffy, so ignore that, even though I've just put a lot of attention to it. Oh, there's a lot of hair going on. It's been a while since I've sat down and spoken to the camera, and it feels weird, but it feels kind of comforting at the same time. A lot's happened, a lot's changed, and a lot is going to change in the very, very near future. As of next week, I am moving out. I still can't believe that that's true. Moving out and moving in to my student accommodation. Second time lucky. So I suppose this is the beginning of my university series. I'm a student now. Crap. So I will give a bit of a backstory because I feel like this is a new style of content, maybe a new audience, and also just a new chapter to my life. Well, basically, my name is Lara Rebecca. I am 20 years old. I'm going to be going to Cardiff for sports and exercise science, but I did go to university 2 years ago. I went to Cardiff as well to study mathematics. It didn't work out. I was in a very vulnerable and fragile place in my life, and attending university, I discovered relatively quickly, wasn't something that was going to be productive. I wasn't in the right mindset, I wasn't in the right mind frame, I was going through a lot of shit in my personal life. Lots was going on, and I thought that going to university would help me in the sense that it would provide me with a clear goal, but it was too overwhelming. Yeah, so it didn't work out. I originally went on interruption, assuming that I'd go back to study it, but I think as the months went on, I discovered that mathematics generally wasn't my passion anymore. I loved it in A-level. It provided with a sense of clarity, it provided some understanding in my life because the numbers just made sense, whereas the chaotic reality of my personal life just didn't make any sense. So I loved it in A-levels. University just didn't work out, so I didn't end up going back. I have now therefore taken, I guess, 2 years gap year. Within that 2 year period, I have done a lot, and it certainly wasn't expected, and those 2 years have offered me such vital life learning lessons, growth, independence, development within just me as a person, development with me as discovering who I want to be and who I want to, you know, become. And it's kind of given me the time to figure out my shit and figure out what I want, figure out who I am, figure out what I want to do, who I want to involve myself in. I've decluttered a lot of the bad people, and I've consumed myself with positivity and good people and supportive individuals, and I've just had the time to reevaluate my life. And now I feel like I'm going to university with a whole different perspective, almost like a different person in a way, and I'm prepared. I'm ready this year. I'm scared because I had such a negative experiences 2 years ago, because quite frankly I did spend the majority of the time in a toilet having panic attacks. I couldn't stay in lecture theatres because my social anxiety was so debilitating. But times have certainly changed. Over the past 2 years I've been on live TV multiple times, I've done multiple documentaries, I've spoke publicly, I've, you know, done things that have really pushed me out my comfort zone. So I'm confident in going to university. I know I'll be able to speak to lecturers and my fellow students, yeah, my fellow course mates without having a panic attack this time, because I've done that growth and I've done that development and I've done the shit that I needed to do a long time ago, and I finally feel prepared. So hopefully that gives a bit of an insight as to who I am, what my intentions are, because I think I've kind of figured them out myself now. And yeah, this is my packing organizational vlog. I've got the majority of the things that I need. I just need to put them in the right places, figure out what else I need, make a list, do all the organizational bits. And yeah, I think what I'm gonna have to do is unpack everything that I've gotten out of the bags, chuck them on my bed, and then reorganize them in boxes. and bags and label everything and yeah, prepare to move out. So as you can probably still tell, my room is already relatively messy, but we are just going to add to that messiness and the clutter by a significant amount. So there's a spare bedroom in the wardrobe of that spare bedroom we've been collecting like all the different bits and pieces. So what my intention is to get everything on this bed so that I can see everything clearly, and then organize them within like kitchen, toilet, my bedroom, different bits. So I've got a single bed en suite, self-catered, so yeah. Okay, so underneath my bed I have first of all a very aggressive collection of jigsaws, because when I went through recovery I couldn't move, so I therefore decided to do an abundance of jigsaws. I've got bits and pieces under here already which I'll have to take out. Oh my god. And then I've got this bag that I could use. I've got a dip belt. Do I take that to uni? Do I take that to uni? I've just got like, do I take this? I want to. I'm just worried about space. Okay, I may keep it under my bed for now. The thing is, I'm moving like 5 miles away. I've been watching so many uni moving in vlogs to see how people structure them, and they all seem very individual, so I didn't have to worry about a way or a method to film these videos. And everyone's saying, oh, I've got a 4-hour drive ahead. Mine is like 15 minutes up the road. I feel like it's not fair. I'm gonna keep that there for now. Nathan, I appreciate it and I have been using it, but I'm just gonna leave it there for now. And then if I come back home and bring some more stuff, once I've figured my shit out, I'll do that. Yes. Right, I'm gonna start collecting all the bits from the other room. Bring it here. Oh god, it's gonna take a while. Okay, seeing as my hoodies have literally just completely filled up that box already, I'm gonna transfer them into my carrier bag and then make that box more for like actual clothes, because like my big chunky oversized hoodies are just taking all the space. Okay, so I've packed the majority. I've also just remembered hangers, so I guess I'll have to bring them along with me as well. I've kept a few bits for this week, the majority of my sports bras and leggings, just because I don't know what I'm training and what shoots I'm doing. But then also, it's just things that I'm remembering now. Like, I've got all my equipment, I've got my lenses, I've got my microphones, I've got my cameras. I've also got my huge Blue Yeti mic, my tripod. Like, I forgot how much, like, shit I have and shit that I just use on a regular basis, especially, like, when it comes with, like, YouTube and podcasts and just, like, social media stuff. Because I didn't have that last time I went to university. I didn't move out last time, I stayed at home, but still, like, a lot has changed since then, in the sense that I kind of have a side career in a way. So yeah, I've done the majority of clothes. In all honesty, there's not too much because I kind of live off of leggings and trainers. So I guess I picked an adequate degree then. I did your typical student, pre-student moving in IKEA shop. I was gonna vlog it, but one, my social anxiety comes to vlogging. Even after 2 years, I'm still not good at it. But then also the fact that we had to wait like an hour and a half outside of IKEA itself with masks on, and it just, within a global pandemic, everything has just become that more confusing and that more just, I don't know. I don't know if anyone really cares about this, but I've gone for like a nice matte grey vibe. Oh, it's already, oh, it's fine. I mean, they're relatively cheap, aren't they? But it's just, you don't know what you need until you're there kind of thing. So I've got a few bowls, a few plates. I've got a few white ones as well because I'm a sucker and I like to take food photography photos, and white is always best, but there is a gloss on it, hence why I picked the matte ones of these, just because it can be a bit more aesthetic. Yes, I pick my stuff according to that now because I'm that person. Because a lot of the learning is going to be online, I am having to kind of make the extra effort to make my room a sanctuary, a safe place, because like my anxiety and because of all the other bits that I've got going on, I need to make my place a safe, comfortable place where I feel, you know, safe, where I feel happy, where I feel content, where I feel relaxed. And you know, the majority of the learning will be online, therefore I will be in the room. So I've gradually began collecting little bits and pieces that I know that will put me in a kind of a relaxed mindset. And one thing that I've got, which I've never used before, is a diffuser. Obviously in university you can't have candles and whatnot, so I'm going to give these a try. I've got some lavender essential oils as well, so that might be nice, just like for the ambiance and the atmosphere of the room. There's also little bits and pieces, like I haven't gotten as many decorative bits as of yet. I'm going to wait until I've seen the room and I know what I can work with and what space I have. In my room now, I'll show you, I've got some prints. They're basically just wrapping paper from Paper Chase. I'm sure you can get them from Waterstones as well, so I need to snag a few more. And I really like them because, as I said, they're wrapping paper, they're about £2, £3, and I framed them. So I'm half tempted to take them out the frames and put them as posters on the wall in my uni room, but I'm not going to take them as of yet just because I don't know what the space is, as I said. So yeah, I'm just making it up as I go along. I've got a few bits and pieces that I've got like collected in my room in terms of like fake plants and just like succulents and cute little bits and trinkets that I've collected over the years. So in terms of decoration, that's what I've got thus far. I've got my fairy lights. Obviously, I'm a white girl going to university. We're all gonna just spend the majority of our electricity bill on fairy lights. And yeah, that's what I've got in terms of decoration. I think the thing that I've bloody prepared the most for is food. I've got so much tinned tuna, so much tinned beans and legumes and pulses and oats and bars and food. They did say in the email that I got recently that I do have a mini fridge. I messaged my mate and I said, look, I've got a mini fridge, and he responded pretty immediately saying, yeah, we were told we had a mini fridge as well, we never got it. So I'm keeping all my limbs crossed that I have a mini fridge, because heck, I can eat. And I'm nervous about the fridge space as well, because I'm obnoxious in the sense that my food is very volume dense as well, and they take up a lot of space. Like I have a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, a lot of like huge bags of spinach and stuff. So fingers crossed it all works out. I feel like I've bought quite a lot of food already in advance prior to actually going, but I do eat a lot of just like nuts and seeds and tahini and almond butter and quinoa, so stuff that I can actually have in my room if I don't have any storage in the kitchen space. A lot of beans and things. I've got more downstairs, but I quite like just adding a lot of plant-based protein now and ensuring that I am increasing my plant foods. So that's the kind of approach I'm going to go for, is just stock up on the tins and then just see how it goes for the first week. I don't know, I think everything is just a guessing game right now as to how life is going to work and how everything's going to work out. It just depends on the space, it depends on the protocols that university are going to have to take and the rules we're going to have to follow. It depends on accessibility, it depends on how often I'm able to get to a shop, etc, etc, etc. The thing that's going to be tricky, I love a good book, and there's more up there and there's more under my bed. So I'm going to have to be really selective. I'm obviously going to try and not bring the books that I've already read, but there's stuff that's so sentimental that I read again just because I find it comforting that I'm going to have to take. But I've also recently gotten into a lot more non-fiction kind of thing. Oh, that's the oven. I'm going to resume this after I've had my Sunday lunch because I need to figure that out. Right. Sunday lunch has been consumed. I feel, you know, when you just want to cuddle up in a blanket after having Sunday lunch because you are so totally aware that you've eaten like your body weight worth of food. I'm feeling that right now, so I feel quite like tired and sluggish, but I have kind of gotten along with the majority of stuff now. I can slowly begin seeing my bed. I think I've basically done as much as I can do with having a week to go. Obviously clothing and things I'm gonna have to do kind of last minute because I don't know what I'm gonna be wearing for this week, because recently there's been like a heat wave and I don't know what's going on this week in terms of photo shoots, but I think I'm done. Stuff like plates I'm just gonna keep together and chuck in the car. I am aware I have the total luxury of being able to come back and forth within like 15 minutes maximum, so I've got all my random bits here, all in a little bit of more organised fashion. But I don't really know why I decided to organise the bags totally, because quite frankly as soon as I get there I'm going to chuck everything out and put them all back in. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I was going to have this at the start of like my moving vlog, but I think this is a whole vlog in itself, an organisational thing of whatever. But if you are a student and if you are within the educational system, tell me what you're studying and where you're going, and we can help each other along this bloody bizarre journey of moving out, starting a degree during a global pandemic, because I still don't know how that's going to work out. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're prepared, I'm assuming, for a lot more student-based vlogs, because that's going to be my life now. And considering as I vlog my life, there's going to be a massive transition. Obviously a heavy focus is going to be on fitness, it's going to be on mental health awareness and all that good stuff, but it's going to be a lot of moving out and moving in and organising my student room. I'm so excited to make a video like that. Like, it's a bit cheesy, it's a little bit cringeworthy, but there's only one time in my life that I'll be able to do these kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go all in and do it all. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, because I'm very much aware that this probably will attract a different audience. Who knows? I've got my fingers crossed. My YouTube's dying anyway, so there we are. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a bit all over the shop, bit of an organisational madness, but I'm trying to make sense of my life at the moment, which doesn't seem to make that much sense. Either way, I'll leave you there. Believe in yourself and keep smiling. I'll talk to you in the next video.